Leeds. Leeds is a city in West Yorkshire in the north of England, built around the River Aire in the eastern foothills of the Pennines. Lovely. Home to musical acts such as the Kaiser Chiefs, Soft Cell, The Wedding Present, Hadouken. I used to freaking love Hadouken when I was younger. That Girl's an Indie Cindy, Lego haircut, polka dot dress.
I don't care if she thinks she's indie, how different does anyone guess?
The Rhythm Sisters and Melanie B of the Spice Girls. Never heard of them. You could say that Leeds has quite the pedigree of musical talent, and no surprise with it being the sister to Reading in the Reading and Leeds Music Festival. But what is it like for street music? That's right folks, there is only one way to find these things out. Here is how I got on busking in Leeds. Then, welcome to Leeds. I like Leeds, I've been here a fair few times. Good city for music. There's a big music university, conservatoire here. Fair few good venues too. I remember playing here back in the day, back in the band, and always having a good time. A bit windier than I thought it was going to be, but that's all right. Right, before we do anything, future me is going to go through the rules, guidelines for busking in Leeds. The rules for busking in Leeds. Or the guidelines for busking in Leeds. Leeds City Council, like most councils, have a buskers code of conduct that they ask us to abide by. But before we go to that, Leeds City Council also state that buskers should hold a PRS license in order to lawfully play copyrighted material in the streets. The PRS, for those who don't know, are the Performing Rights Society, responsible for the collection and distribution of the royalties for songwriters, composers, and music publishers for their work being performed in public spaces, i.e. at live gigs or on the radio. Typically, it's music venues that need to hold a PRS license, like a coffee shop that plays music over the radio. It's very rare that it's down to the actual performer themselves to hold one. And technically speaking, it's the local authority, in this case Leeds City Council, that should hold the PRS license and not us buskers. So I did a bit of research into this and I found an official statement from the PRS themselves. Buskers aren't breaking the law as such by playing covers. If music is played outside the domestic environment, it is classed as a public performance. Any public performance of music requires the permission of the copyright owner. The responsibility of licensing lies with the local authority. They cannot advise the busker that they need to obtain a license from the PRS for music directly, as this is not something we would be able to license. In the 2.5 years I have been full-time busking, and the countless buskers I have come across and met and spoken to, I have never heard of a PRS license being mentioned, nor have I ever heard of a busker being in trouble for not obtaining a PRS license. So I would say it's not something that any of us really need to worry about, unless you want to try and sue a busker yourself for playing one of your songs, in which case, I don't know, contact the PRS, I don't know. Anyway, here's the rest of the guidelines from Leeds City Council. Number 1, be a good neighbour, like Ned Flanders.
Stupid sexy Flanders!
I think this is just be courteous of your fellow street users. Number 2, be safe. No causing any trip hazards, things like that. Number 3, keep your volume down. Pretty self-explanatory. Number 4, vary your repertoire. Number 5, they ask you to move location every 2 hours. 2 hours. Not so bad. It's not so bad. Number 6, be wary of private land and sensitive areas. Number 7, be respectful. Number 8, be genuine. I like this point. It's cool. They say don't fool customers by giving them the impression you are playing an instrument when you are not.
Hey, dig this.
God said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody.
Number 9, leave room for others. Number 10, don't spread out. Basically the same point, right? Number 11, no animals. Number 12, make sure it's donations and you're not soliciting money. Give me your money, come on! That would not be allowed. Number 13, this PRS thing again, which we've cleared up, alright, Leeds City Council. And number 14, be friendly. Oakley dokley, neighbourino.
Oakley dokley.
Oakley dokley.
This all seems pretty fair to me. So let's get on with my day in Leeds, and I will also be taking you through my recommended pitches. Let's go. Welcome then to Leeds. I think my early start's paid off because I've got here and there's no other buskers, and it's just been raining, so things seem to be very busy already though. A bit chaotic here already. I think today's going to be good. I feel good. There's a lot of people, but they all look like they're in a rush, but I think that's because it's early. It's just 10 o'clock. Spot number 1. As per my usual way of doing things, I went straight to the spot that I'd seen many buskers frequent online on videos whilst I was researching busking in Leeds. She woke up fighting me. It's in the morning, on and on, about time I hate. The northern friendliness is definitely a real thing. Like, the minute I got here, I was just looking on YouTube to check that this was definitely the spot. And a dude just pulled up on a bike and was like, "Can I help you, mate? You lost." And then we just spoke about busking. He's a bike messenger called Sam. Shout out Sam. And he said, "Go here, this is the best spot." I went for a drive to clear my mind, ended up at Shell on the I-65. And then $100 on scratch off ticket. At the crossroads of Albion Street, Commercial Street and Bond Street, it seems that most people set up outside booths. There's even a busker sat here on Google Street View, which is always a good sign. When I gotta see my ex-future money and more. Oh Lord, when it rains it pours. I have no idea why, but things started off really well, like 3-4 songs, and it was like 2 donations per song. And then I've just played like 8 more songs, and it's been completely dry. For 3 weeks now, and that all started on the day she walked out. It did start spitting for a bit, and this spot is ideal in the sense that we have a shelter, so I didn't get wet. My stuff got a little bit wet, but I was fine. One of the best things about this particular spot is you get shelter from the rain. The shopping centre roofing above you means that you don't get wet, which was just as well because it was raining, and raining a lot whilst I was in Leeds. Oh Lord, when it rains it pours. When it rains it pours, yeah. Feeling a bit downhearted about this because there's so many people. It's so busy. No one seems to care at all. Maybe it's because it's a weekday, I don't know. Monday, people are in a hurry, they've got an agenda, I don't know. Tell me something good. Are you happy if it's more than well? It was really quite hard to gauge why I wasn't being paid too much attention. I had the amp up quite loud. I was playing my heart out, especially after such a flying start. The busk really did go like that. In all the good times I find myself going for change. I did get to experience some of that northern charm though, after meeting a delightful fellow busker called Gregory.
Oh, important, you make a few quid there.
Not as good. You're better off going to Worthing, which is like the town over.
Once,
Yeah.
In Bournemouth.
Yeah. Oh really? Yeah, no, I've been to Bournemouth.
I've
done some good Bournemouth.
literally like
The Peace Gardens, sort of.
yeah,
they're called.
200 quid one day in Bournemouth.
Really?
Boy. Why do you need more? That I keep being sorry.
Gregory had a few things to say, mainly about inexperienced buskers and those who choose not to follow our community's etiquette.
I've been doing this for 40 years, you know.
Yeah, you've got the
It's weird,
experience.
it's all different, you know.
Gregory,
That's why I like
do
your
you
hat
think
that goes there, it says thank you on the front.
do you think over the years it's got better or worse?
It's got different.
Different. Alright.
It's not better, it's not worse, it's just different.
Right.
I think the amplifier's just completely changed it, you know.
Yeah. It was Gregory that pointed out that I was stood on Johnny Walker's memorial spot. Johnny Walker being very well known in the busking space, who sadly passed away in 2018, responsible for creating Keep Streets Live, who have led many a campaign against any anti-busking laws and legislation. Dang man, R.I.P. And I feel kind of honoured to have stood there. I'm off the deep end. Watch your side of him. I'll never meet the ground.
And I can move when I need to.
I love it.
Have a good bed, I love you,
You too,
yes.
dude. I'll see you soon. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, far from the shallow now. What a legend, Gregory. He came up to me whilst I was playing earlier and was inspecting my guitar, asking me what the Michael Kelly was, and then he just came up to me there. It turns out he's a busker too, plays the whistle. And he told me that was Johnny Walker's pitch, who is a local legend here in Leeds, and a bit of a busking legend altogether. You might know of him. He sadly passed away not too long ago, about 5 years ago I think. That's his pitch. I was just playing on his pitch, I had no idea. I didn't do too badly, to be fair. I made £45.60, just shy of 3 hours. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill for a bit, try and rest my voice, maybe get a tea. That's my protocol right now. Just walking around Leeds, and the busking real estate here is insane. There's so many places you could busk. I think for spot 2, there's a lot of choice. And I don't reckon I've got a third spot in me, if I'm honest. We'll see, we'll see. Never say never, man. Never say never. This is the problem with not knowing a place very well. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm making this video, right? So you don't have to make the mistakes I do. Okay, so I've located Briggate. I'm astounded by how much busking real estate there is here in Leeds. I don't know why, because it's a big city in the north. There's not many big cities in the north of England, around this area anyway. Of course there's going to be loads of places to busk. Anyway, I'm good for another spot, I think. I think doing it here on Briggate seems to be like the main street of the whole pedestrian shopping area. I think outside M&S here is probably the way to go. Although I think I'm going to go on the other side of the street facing M&S, that way the sun is on me and I'm not in the shadow. As you can see, it's super busy too. My friend Gregory there, who I met, the whistle player, he did a sweet in the pot. He put loads of coins in. He said he sometimes even puts a £5 note in. It's a tactic I'm yet to try, so maybe I should try that next time. I'm intrigued by that. Maybe we should do a sweet in the pot experiment video at some point. Spot number 2. The more time I spent walking around Leeds, the more I realised this place is abundant with spots you could busk in. So many spots. It's a busker's feast, and there's plenty to eat. Let me take you through some of the spots that I think would be great.
The faster we're falling, we're stopping and stalling, running in circles again.
Obviously there's where I was for spot 1, outside Boots on Albion Street, Johnny's pitch. And then for spot number 2, I was set up on Briggate. This road is just a long stretch of pedestrian only shopping area, kind of like the central vein for Leeds city centre, and you could honestly set up anywhere. I chose to set up outside Marks and Spencer because it was nice and busy, but everywhere was busy. You could go anywhere along this road. Other busking pitches include anywhere along Bond Street, up from that Albion Street pitch. If not, then you could always go around the corner to Lands Lane. That could work. And I've read a blog post about somebody busking outside Leeds train station. There was a lot of roadworks on the day I was there, so it probably wouldn't be feasible at the moment, but I imagine usually this is a pitch you could go to.
Maybe I'm just trying too hard, but maybe it's closer than it is too far, because I'm into.
This year was the first ever Leeds Busking Festival, actually put on by keep streets alive. And the pitches they use for the festival include the ones I've just mentioned, as well as a pitch on City Square and one outside Leeds Corn Exchange. So I guess you could also try these. Well, I'm glad I filmed when I first set up here because there was no noise of construction going on, and now there's a hell of a lot of noise of construction going on. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe the other end of the street would have been a better decision. Whilst I was playing in spot 2, there were 2 dudes wandering up and down the street with a bag of chilies and a box of trainers.
I got my first real 6-string, poured it on the 5-pin, played it till my fingers black. It's the summer of '69.
It turned out this was a relatively well-known TikToker who was doing a challenge where if you ate the chili and you didn't pull a face, he'd give you the trainers. If you go on this well-known TikToker's TikTok, you can watch the TikTok and you can hear me in the background. The many sights you see whilst busking.
We thought it lost forever, on your back the shorts. You know I would love to be there. Those are the best days of my life.
Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
Drill thing was annoying. It was like going on forever, and I was like waiting for it to stop to see if it would, and then it just carried up. It's called August Radio Project.
You told me I lost forever, oh, and then you held my hand. Love you now or never. Those are the best days of my life. Oh yeah.
Well, started raining again. So I guess we finished at the perfect time. Oh dear, this isn't great.
Back in the summer of '69.
Spot 2 there. I actually quite enjoyed it. And played for an hour and a half. And it was £25 3p, and no notes either, so there's actually a better busk in terms of like steady flow of donations. Anyway, let's get to the train station. I'll round off Leeds. Okay, tell you what, this is my train. I'll hand it over to future me to round off the video. Thank you, past me. I appreciate it. It was a great day of busking, simple as. And like I said, I think it would have been a lot more miserable had there not been some shelter from the rain. It would have made for a very different day. I really enjoyed meeting Gregory. I found him very inspirational. I think it's really inspiring when you meet anyone that's been doing this for a long time. And 40 years is a long time. It's really interesting to hear how busking has changed and transformed throughout the years. Maybe I need to do a history of busking video. What do you reckon? A massive metropolitan city in the north of England. What's not to love? And there's plenty of busking to go around. Should you show up on a busy day with plenty of fellow buskers about. I highly recommend it. Just remember to be a good neighbour. Hey Ned.
Idly ho, neighborinos.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, press the thumbs up. If you're new around here, then press subscribe. If you're a true fan, you can turn the notifications on. Super thanks button is there, just in case you ever felt like pressing it. And I have a Patreon where I post exclusive stuff, like behind the scenes content, like full song videos, and even guitar tutorials on how to play songs that I've written. Links are in the description below. I am August Radio Project. I make videos, they come out every Monday. In the meantime, you can watch the one that appears on the screen. Go and check out the others on the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace, love, happiness. And yeah, I'm wearing the same top that I wore in the last video. So what? What are you gonna do about it? I'm a busker. Doesn't matter, does it?